Do you own a Pilates studio and are struggling to compete with those large Pilates studios offering cheap classes with 8 reformers or more? You know you're not alone. You don't have to slash your prices just to stay in business. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the exact strategies that you can take in order for you not only to stay in business, but to have an extremely profitable studio with a much smaller scale of having these large studios that may look very profitable, but you don't know what's lurking underneath. Now, if you've never met before, my name's Anita Horry. I'm second generation Pilates teacher trainer and a business mentor to those of you who are wanting to increase their business while staying true to their passion for Pilates and while making sure that they're serving their community. Now, let's jump straight into the strategies that you need to be taking to be able to stay profitable within the industry that is being taken over by these large businesses that are cropping up in every corner. The first strategy that I want to cover is the fact that you don't have to be big to be profitable. So it doesn't mean that just because it's a large studio, it's generating the better numbers in the bottom line. So let's go through this very first strategy by looking at a few examples. Okay, so these large studios are relying on numbers to make sure that they're profitable. So they're looking at packing in 8, 10, 12, maybe even more people into a session, and they're charging them something like 30 bucks an hour. Yes, of course, when you look at it on paper, it's going to show this huge income that's being generated by the studio. But when you look at other factors affecting the customer experience, they are not getting the same value as they would if they came to a boutique studio. So let's break this down. Say, for example, a large studio has 8 people in a session. You have a boutique studio with maybe 3 or 4 people in a session. If the large studio is charging 30 bucks an hour, 8 students times 30 bucks an hour is 240 bucks an hour. So the studio is making 240 bucks an hour. Now let's move on to your studio with 3 students and you're charging something like 55 bucks an hour for a semi-private group session, a small group session. So $55 an hour times 3 is $165 an hour. So in comparison, you're making $165 an hour against the $240 an hour this larger studio is making. Yes, you can see that on paper, the larger studio is obviously making more money per hour. Now, if you had to increase your numbers to 4 students times 55 bucks an hour, that's $220 an hour. In comparison, when you're looking at $220 an hour, in comparison to $240 an hour that a larger studio is going to be making, you are no longer competing on price. You are no longer going to be the most expensive studio in the area because you are now going to be competing on value. You are going to be competing on the value that you give to your students in comparison to the value that students in the larger studio are going to have when they are working out with 8, 12, 20 people. So you consider that there's not really that much of a difference in the price, but there's a huge difference in the quality of teaching that they get. Now, if you're already liking the video, I'd love you to hit the like and subscribe to my channel because that's the only way that YouTube is going to share the video with other people who are very interested to learn a little bit more about running their businesses. Now, let's look at pricing for profitability. Never price your sessions according to competition. Never price your sessions according to what others are charging in your area. Actually, what you should be pricing on is value. Again, what kind of value are you giving to your clients? So set your pricing on the personalized attention and the quality service that you are giving to your students. You know, your pricing is really communicating your worth. Do not try to undervalue yourself. This is a problem that I see with many newer teachers or teachers that have maybe got a little bit lack of confidence and they're struggling to increase their prices because they're worried that their clients will leave them and they're going to go to other studios. Guys, your clients come to you for a reason and this should not be the reason for you not to increase your prices. So let's have a look at a couple of examples for us to clarify exactly what I mean here. So say, for example, you are offering private sessions at $85 to maybe $120 an hour. Your semi-privates, that is 2 clients, you're charging about $60 per person. And for small group classes, that is 3 to 4 people, you are charging $55 per person. So with just 3 small group sessions, 5 days a week, you are generating yourself $3,300 a week in turnover. Now add to that 2 private sessions at $100 each per day. Now you're now generating $4,300 a week. And that means that you're actually working only 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. Now let's look at the minimum viable client formula. That means, what is the minimum number of clients that I need to have to be able to have a profitable small studio? And this is really important for you to establish, because you have to establish a break-even point. And that I have spoken about in some of my videos already. That is going to be the amount of income that you need to generate to be able to cover your monthly costs. Then from then onwards, all your income is going to turn into profit. So let's look at a real examples for us to understand exactly what I'm talking about. So say, for example, you're running this small boutique Pilates studio with some fixed costs. So you've got your rent, your utilities, your insurance, the software, etc. And this is going to cost you about $2,500 a month. Then your desired take-home pay is about $3,000 a month. So your total monthly revenue goal is $5,500 a month. So now how are we going to reach it? So say, for example, you are running 3 classes per day of 4 clients per class in small group classes. That is $55 per client. That is $660 per day. Working 5 days a week, you're going to be earning $13,200 a month. And if we had to have a look at the private sessions, even adding those 1 or 2 private sessions that you're charging $100 per session for is going to add an extra $4,000 of income for you. So the key takeaway here is that you only need 20 to 25 regular clients for small groups to hit this goal. That's achievable and it's all manageable. We're not talking thousands of people coming into your studio. You make sure you give the quality service, and with the 20 to 25 students a month, you are sorted. So how do you fill your classes fast? Remember, you are selling a boutique studio, so your marketing should reflect that. You should use these terms when you are marketing your studio. Things like personalized service, very individualized attention, boutique environment, care, all these words that are going to help you generate that attention that the maybe more affluent client is going to be able to afford. So those clients who are maybe tire kickers and freebie hunters are always going to go with the larger studio with less prices, cheaper prices. Maybe they don't care about the value they get. Maybe they don't care about the attention. They just want a workout. Fair enough. But you are going to still generate that income that you desire and that you are valued from marketing to better people. And these people are looking for that boutique studio. They're looking for the personalized attention. They're looking for that extra love and care. And what else can you give them as part of a boutique studio? Results. Results, guys. You will generate transformations and results, because only with personalized attention are your clients going to truly feel the benefits of what the method does. So you know that Joseph Pilates never had 15, 20 people in a class. You know that it was so much about individualized attention, and the marketing he used was always about personalized attention. You know the statement of Joseph Pilates: in 10 sessions, you'll feel the difference. In 20, you will see the difference. And in 30, you will have a totally new body. Well, he's referring to his private sessions, right? So guys, this is the same reference point coming straight from Joe Pilates to really make you understand that this is the only way that you have to market your business. You are creating transformations. You are creating the result that the client comes in for. Now, there is a very, very important part to this. If you're going to give them a result and you want to make sure that you work to the transformation, you have to know what transformation they're looking for. Because once you know what they're looking for, you can work with them to achieve the transformation that they're looking for. So say, for example, you have a target client market. Say you have got those fit young moms who have got small kids. The moms are still wanting to look good. They want to feel good. They want to have a strong core. And you are competing with this larger, big entity. So we don't use the names because overpriced. Right? And yeah, maybe so some Instagrammers, all these socialites are going there, but they're not really getting the results they want. By creating some package, some program of maybe a 6-week program, an 8-week program, a 10-week program, that it's improving their way to better health and better core, you're going to specifically attract these people who want to work on their core strength. And making sure that in this moment, these times that you are working with them, you are creating the results, and the results have to be measured. So truly, you need to start giving more attention to your clients to be able to measure the results so that by the end of the term, they have the transformation that they need. Now, if we had to translate that into the profits that we're making or the income that we're going to be making for such a program, say we look at a 6-week program and you're going to be charging $330. So that's $55 times 6 sessions, $330 for the package. You are going to ask for the money up front. So you're already getting paid in advance for the sessions that these guys are going to be committing to. On the other side is committing the client to come to these sessions because they know they have a pack of sessions, and for them to get the results, they need to commit their time and energy and, of course, money to make sure that they get the transformation that they've been looking for. And if you really want to give them more value, create a referral program whereby if they introduce friends into the program, they get a $20 credit or a $30 credit or whatever you feel is comfortable, is convenient, and sustainable for you as a business. But not only are you generating more income, you're creating that referral program where you are going to create the community in your environment, in your studio. And if you think about it, if every client just refers one more person, you're going to be full in no time. Now, to really make the most out of your hours at the studio and to make sure that you generate as much income as you can, you should really start looking at upselling your private sessions. So any one of your clients who are coming to private sessions and perhaps you can see that they'll be able to share their time with someone else, sell them a semi-private. So you know that they're going to get nearly as much attention as coming into a private session, but at a lower cost. This is going to free up your time from having one person only. It's going to give you 2 people in the class, generate more income, and still give the value to the client who wanted the private session in the first place. Now, if you have semi-privates, then you could always upsell them to the group sessions because having more people in the class is obviously going to generate more income for you. Now we need to talk about the schedule. You need to schedule smart to monetize the most out of your sessions. Always focus on selling your group classes in the peak times. So the mornings, the afternoons or the evenings, or maybe the lunchtime sessions, make sure that your sessions in these times are going to be shorter. How, you say? If you looked at maybe having 2 or 3 hours, the busy hours in the morning, and your sessions run normally for maybe 50 minutes or an hour, what you could offer in these peak times is something a little bit shorter. Reduce the time by 5 to 10 minutes, and then you'll be able to fit 3 classes in the same slot that you would normally be running 2 sessions in. So you take a little bit from one class, you take a little bit from another class, and you add a tiny little bit extra time, you now are able to fit in 3 group classes. And of course, the group classes are going to generate you more income, so make sure that these group classes are run in your busiest times. And you also know that weekends are becoming increasingly popular. And I understand you don't want to be working weekends. Maybe this is your own studio. You want to have your time off. You want to spend it with your family. Then nonetheless, the studio is going to be shut. You're not going to generate any income from the studio. This is the time where you need to recruit other teachers just to cover the hours you don't want to be working. Now, even if you had to make only $100 profit in an hour, you're still making a profit, and that's going to be added income that you wouldn't have had if you had to close your studio. So it's a no-brainer. Get other teachers to teach in the hours you don't want to be there. And the final bit is super important because it is all about measuring the results and sharing the results of your clients with the rest of the community. Because guys, this is the most beneficial kind of advertising that you can have for your studio. So we're looking at, before they come to the studio, before they start their sessions, you do that induction, you do that assessment, you figure out, how am I going to help you? What kind of transformation are you looking for? So you find out, and you have to find out by asking the right kind of questions. Secondly is take a before photo. Ask for their permission, make sure that you take the photo so you have that proof that during the time that they've worked with you, they've managed to create the transformation that they wanted. Share the results during the process. So you have to measure to be able to have a result. So find out ways of measuring the results. Now, obviously, I don't have enough time to be discussing how we're going to be measuring the results, but there are many ways that we can create transformations and incrementally sharing the results with our clients. Finally, take the after photo. So if you're running the 6-week program, do your before, do your during, and then do your after, and let the clients take photos in your studio. Let them post them on their social media. Make sure that your environment is beautiful so that they can post and share and brag to their friends that they're having all these results just by coming to you, the most amazing studio in town. And finally, you have to use your own photos for social media. So you're going to need to ask your clients permission to be able to take photos and videos of them working out, to show their progress and to show what could be really achievable by working with the superpower that is yourself. Guys, this is huge. You got to make sure you leverage all the tools that you have in today's day and age. So this is going to be a step that you're going to be taking in the right direction to increase that business, to make sure that you create that community and to look after your clients by creating value, not competing on price. Take the before and after, create community, refer clients, give them bonuses, give them packages, give them the love that they want, and they know that they're valued. They'll never run away from you. Now, if you like those tips, I'd love you to join me on my webinar where I discuss very specific strategies about growing your small Pilates business into levels that you've never ever experienced before. And all my previous coaching clients can vouch for the amount of attention and level of personalized service that I give to my coaching clients. Watch out for the webinar link below, guys. This is all free of charge, and I do this because I truly love my community. I want to give back to those people who have supported me and who have followed me through the years. I'd love you to join us. It's all free. Just click on the link, register for the webinar, and there you're there for your next level of Pilates business. If you like the video, hit the like, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload a video online. Until my next video, goodbye for now.